this very lovely Sunday afternoon session. And we are going to start the lecture session with very prestigious uh, from China, Professor Wee. And here I would like to request Dr. Vanna ma'am to please introduce Dr. Wee, sir, Professor Wee. Over to you, Vanna ma'am.
Thank you, Himani. Good afternoon, respected researchers, respected professors, and dear researchers. I am Dr. Vandana as a member of this lecture series. Welcome to this noon. Today, our speaker is one of the famous personality in the field of inventory model, Professor H M Wee from China. Professor H M Wee is an adjunct chair professor in the Department of Industrial and Systems Engineering. He has received his BS degree in Electrical and Electronics Engineering from Strathclyde University, UK, Masters Engineering from Asian Institute of Technology, and PhD in Industrial Engineering from Cleveland State University, USA. He has received an Excellent Research Award from the Ministry of Science and Technology, Excellent Life Researcher Award, and Medal for Distinguished Engineering Award, Engineer Award. He has published more than 500 papers in referred journals, international conferences, and book chapters. He is the editor-in-chief for the Journal of Ubiquitous Computing and Communication Technologies, guest editor for Journal of Cloud Computing on Cloud Information Technologies in Education, guest editor for International Journal of Lean Six Sigma on how Lean Six Sigma improve organizational resilience post COVID-19. Now, I would like to invite Professor H M Wee, sir. Please share your lecture with us. And please, sir.
Good afternoon. Thank you for the introduction. Can everybody hear me clearly?
Yes, sir, it's very fine.
Okay. So today I'm going to talk on this topic, which is not a numerical analysis, but a general conceptual model, which is the title is an examination on the effect of culture in supplier-buyer partnership. In this global society, partnership has become very important. By the way, how to proceed with the next slide, I cannot control here. Can anybody help me? The next slide.
Your next slide is visible now, sir.
I want to move to the next. It's not moving.
Yes.
Oh yeah, it's on. Yeah, the outline of my talk is with the abstract introduction, objectives of the study, problem statement, literature review, development of conceptual models, conclusion, insight, and future research. Next. Okay. So the purpose is the main purpose is to examine the effect of culture on supplier-buyer partnership. Since this paper proposes a conceptual model, a qualitative approach is taken throughout the research. The proposed model is based on literature review, and we have a conceptual model at the end. Next. So the partnership between suppliers and buyers increasing in frequency and importance due to globalization, and understanding each culture will build trust and effective collaboration in the supply chain. Next. Trust is an important variable in the development and maintenance of the relationship. Our motivation is because much of the literature address the effect of culture on creation of trust and commitment, but less emphasis on how culture affect the benefit and outcome, as well as the causes of trust and commitment. Next, we investigate how culture affects supplier-buyer partnership in the supply chain. Next. Okay, our problem statement. How does culture influence an organization culture? Okay, and this is the impact of culture on organization. How does culture influence organizations, person or individual? How does culture affect business relationship? How does culture influence buyer's trust and the buyer-supplier partnership? So the study will look at the impact of culture on all the business relationship. Next. The reason we work on this culture is the growing interest in the culture study. The globalization of business, quantitative advance in communication, and the formation of global alliances, growing diversity in domestic force, and increasing mobility of workforce worldwide. Next. So the elements of culture. So culture has different elements. It includes political, social, even religion, and other issues. Okay, next. Even the ethnicity, the language, and all the economic philosophy of different countries. So this would affect the culture of a country. The four dimensions of culture. Firstly is the power distance, the extent to which the less powerful member of an organization accept the power is distributed unequally. Uncertainty avoidance, individualism, collectivism, and also masculinity and femininity, where the situation which is the dominant values are success, money, professions, as opposed to the situation in which dominant values are caring for others and the quality of life. So there are different dimensions in culture we have studied. Okay, next. So the culture also have a low dimension, high dimension. The low dimension, they are less centralized. High dimensions, greater centralization. And then you have all the issue, especially on the importance of different dimension on each culture. Okay, next. Next, okay. So we also see some important terms in the culture. You know, we not only talk about culture, actually trust is very important, reputation, as well as relationship, continuity, and commitment. So the buyer's interest in building and maintaining enduring relationship as well. So you can see the American or the Western and the Asian culture they are basically very different. If you look at the current COVID-19 situation, we see that the Western people, they value liberty, freedom more than life. Whereas in Asia, we consider the value of life are more important than freedom. We might even go to lockdown for the sake of our safety and health. So you can see many Western countries, US, especially United Kingdom recently, the COVID-19 pandemic has been getting more serious due to the lack of discipline in the way of life, especially in the commitment to freedom. Whereas in Asian countries such as especially Taiwan, China, and many other Korea, or even other countries, they are doing pretty well in terms of pandemic control. Next. So the overview of this study consists of literature review. We'll look at the different conceptual models, and then we try to combine them into a single model. Finally, we provide managerial insight and suggestion for future research. Next. So the areas we look at some of this literature, different authors or publication has focused on the impact of culture and international negotiation. Modern canon has focused on modulating role of culture in the effect of buyers' trust and the buyers and suppliers' performance. Canon has focused on the influence of organization culture on strategic supply chain relationship success. Abu Jared has a focused relationship between organization, culture, and performance. And they most of them use literature search, and some of them use sampling and literature review. So they have a significant contribution in each of their research. And our research is to specifically look at the buyer supplier partnership in terms of culture instead of just trading relationship. Because when we look at the partnership, we have a deeper commitment, and culture play a very vital role. How you relate to each other, how you befriend each other. So we can see there are many publications, many journals that focus on this this type of studies. Next. Okay. So the overview of this a few literature that also focus on the bridging the gap between differences of international culture. Okay, next. So the drivers in the development of successful importer relationship with overseas sources are also studied. Some study use sampling data collection. Some use empirical study. A few use literature review. Okay, next. So the study is basically, as I said in the beginning, it's a qualitative study. We have 16 previous study on culture and business relationship. 9 out of 16 use literature review. 7 out of 16 use sampling and data correction. So we combine all the what they have studied previously and try to come out with a conceptual model. Next. So this is a general idea of our research. We try to see how culture influence supplier buyer characteristics. So we have culture, organization culture, individual culture. This is from the supplier. From the buyer, we have organization culture as well as the individual culture, and they interact with each other to form a relationship among them. Next. So when we look at culture, we also look at different dimensions like ethnicity, language, religion, social norm, education, economic philosophy, political philosophy. And also we consider creativity and innovation, leadership style, agreement form, risk-taking, team organization, cooperation, and information sharing. Okay, next. So the culture influence individual characteristic. We can see the person value, personal style value, as well as other emotional. So this is one of proposed conceptual model that after considering all the literature review, this is model 2. Okay, next. Model 3 focus on how culture influence relationship. For example, when you do business in China, for a Westerner, the way you address the more of the senior member of a partnership, you shouldn't call the name. You should say Mr. or or Mrs. Not just the Western style. They might just call the name. So this would affect the satisfaction. And also, when talk of financial issue, you might have to consider how to say in the proper manner. And also, most important is to develop trust and interpersonal relationship. Okay, the next model is the fourth model that has combined different perspective of the model. Okay, here we have a control variable, for example, the size of a firm, structure, supplier, partnership, culture, negotiation, collaboration, future collaboration, and we combine all the quality that should be incorporated in the supplier performance and the buyers learn trust. So through the supplier, if they have certain characteristic, the buyer might learn from them and build trust, and mutual respect will result. Okay, next. So the fourth model, the next one is about in the model we can also see the current stage of the situation and the future stage in terms of future collaboration and business continuity. So this is a very important area, especially dealing business. You should try to build your business based on your past relationship and proceed to future collaboration. Okay, next. And then we add in the future collaboration, we have on the right hand top corner, you can see the area where the organization play a very important part is the creativity, innovation, and leadership style of the organization. So this would affect the partnership. Okay, next. So in the future stage, we have also focused on the individual, the value, and all the sensitivity, times and professional, and even psychology training as well in terms of the relationship. Okay, next. So in conclusion, the four conceptual model that influence a culture or organization's culture. Influence of culture or organizations, salesperson and employee. Influence of culture on business relationship, and influence of culture on buyer's trust and the supplier-buyer partnership. So this provide the study provide literature review to support our model, and it serves as a preliminary study for future work. In the future work, we might be able to combine some empirical study and some data analysis to consolidate this conceptual model. So we hope this study will provide you some insight how, when we deal with the global society, how business trust is very important. From the study, we can see that trust is built on the our past performance and our willingness to learn from each other. So I hope this simple study will provide you some insight on the influence of culture as we deal with global society. Thank you very much for your attention. Wishing you a very blessed, very happy coming new year in a few more days.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. So, any queries? I again, actually, it's very echoing. So, Neha, please, you mute yourself. Hello?
Hello, yes.
Yeah, there is any query from audience side?
Okay.
Hello.
You are welcome to ask any question.
Hello. Hello, I am Dr. Vinod Kumar, working in University of Delhi. My simple question to what is the application of supply chain in communication system, basically on the base of the cryptography and network security. Oh, thank you for this question.
Vinod, will you please go slow? Actually, your query was so fast.
Hello.
Hello, yes,
Yes,
Vinod.
yes.
Once again.
Yes, a simple question. What some other
Application.
application? Yes, or supply chain in communication system, basically on cryptography and network security. Any one of the application.
You mean in what area specifically?
He is talking about cryptography. Cryptography. In cryptography and supply chain.
Oh, okay.
Any connection between them?
Or any connection between them?
So the communication, you should try. I think the international language is in English, basically. So we must use a very clear language, which is simple. You don't use colloquial language. You use a simple, straightforward language. Most important, we should write it down instead of just communication. Like today, we talk, but it's sometimes because of the communication, maybe because of the internet, it's not so clear. So in terms of business writing, it should be in written form. Okay. So that will make communication clear, whatever business we are dealing with. Is that does that answer your question?
Okay,
Yeah,
sir.
Vinod.
Thank you so much.
Any other query? The main sir want to ask something. I think so.
Yeah.
Yes.
Reference of one query is come in mind basically. Here you get the quantitative analysis basically about the behavior or culture. Is there any way to form it mathematically so we can apply in practical problem also with the help of
Oh,
this?
that's an interesting question. If we can mathematically formulate the how we can improve culture, that would be fantastic. Uh, I I recently saw someone who formulate Merry Christmas mathematically. I think some of you, one of you, the formulate. You have an equation to say Merry Christmas. But I think in culture, we can make some assumption. You see, for example, trust is proportional to commitment, something like that, Make some modeling. Yeah, you should try to do that. That would be interesting. And then some variable, for example, how does the current COVID-19 affect communication, affect our relationship? You see, how does, so now we have less personal contact because of COVID. So the issue of culture seem seem to be less obvious, I think, because we communicate through language and also video cam and so on. So we don't have actual personal interaction. So if you can work on some numerical or mathematical model to focus on that, that would be good. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah, I hope that some of us can do it mathematically as well. Uh, with us, we have so many
Because
or means participants here. Like most of them are working in inventory and supply chain management, obviously through mathematics. And we have so much young researchers, and I think they surely will do uh, with this concept or incorporating this concept. Like I can see here many of us uh, who have
yeah,
joined here
yeah,
with means Dharmen sir is already there. Dharmen sir, Neha Saxena, Dr. A.K. Malik is there. Mandeep sir is there, who is working in the same field. Vandana Gupta and Heather Ali. Heather Ali is there. And A. Sheikh sir has also joined. I can see
TPM
here.
TPM Pakala sir
Leta,
is also there, and
I,
I think this was a very good study and influence of culture. It can be a base model for all the young researchers and Professor. We always show a lot of new dimensions and directions in the area of inventory modeling, and this new work will be insightful for all of us. And you can also clear if there is any kind of queries.
Thank you. Thank you for your comment. Yeah, I think we hope we can motivate some of us to pursue, especially in this type of dimension. Yeah, that's very important. Thank you. Thank you for your excellent comment. Yeah.
any other query from audiences? From audience? Yeah, Gaurav Goyal, your query will be entertained later. So I can see here Uttam Bera sir has also joined. Uttam Bera sir and Umakant Mishra sir. Vikas Tyagi is also there. Means all are from the same field. And I think they have listened this lecture very carefully and will help with this same area or idea. So, Neha, you want to ask about this, like the main sir?
Thank you very
My
much,
question was the same.
Professor Wee.
Even my
Yes, sir.
question was same. That's fine. That's why it has become open discussion
Yeah, my question was same.
Yeah,
because we
Dr.
all are doing because we
Okay,
all are doing it mathematically.
Dr. Himani, Mandeep Mittal, Prati want to ask some
Okay.
question.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir. Yes, Mandeep sir.
Hi,
very.
Dr. Nader.
How are you, sir? I,
Yeah.
yes, looking good, sir. Uh, uh, I have gone through your slides, and then I would like to know the same question as that mathematical modeling. We can convert in some way. We can have some mathematical modeling, and we can, although we can get the details, statistical data we can get with the help of forms. So we can submit the students and the community, we can pass on the forms like Google form or something, then we can get the statistical data. And with the help of statistical data, we can predict accordingly, as you have discussed, four models, cultural thing. And I worked around 10 years back that the statistical data, we can draw the Excel graph, and then with the help of graph we can convert the equation
Yes, sir.
also.
We can get the function with the
Yeah,
Yes,
help
sir.
of graph.
but there are so much, because once you will do like this reverse process, then it will not give you always the correct equation. But in cultural way, it is a management problem, I can say. I think so, it's my view. And if it is, will be converted to mathematically, I think it will be great thing.
Yeah. I think it can be possible. Like if you I have seen like some people they do modeling mathematically for Kanban. You know the JIT system,
Yes, sir.
the Kanban system supposed to be very practical issue, but they model it with a mathematical model. If you can search, you can see some of the example. Maybe we can emulate of use that as an example to model how culture, affect business performance. So that'll be interesting area. Maybe next time we have something come up. Yeah,
Yeah, it will be, I think theoretically we can have papers, but I think it's a new dimension, sir. You are
yeah, I
giving a new
think so.
dimension to the inventory management and supply chain management.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think your ideas are always great, and I'm one of the,
yeah.
uh, I
That's
can say,
good. Good to exchange
I'm
ideas.
working, yeah, last 10 years I'm working on your basic 2007 model, that is the imperfect quality item with shortages. So
Mm.
I'm thankful to you, special thanks to you today. I got the opportunity that I'm working on
Oh,
the
yeah,
models of
you're welcome.
imperfect quality.
Yeah. So
Thanks
it's
a lot.
good. Yeah, thank you. You're welcome. So it's good working with you. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hello,
over
I
to
have
Mani.
some query.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
person.
yeah. Thank you for your lecture. This was very, very interesting. But my query is different, that how one factor affecting to other factor of the culture, like educational technology also affect culture and human behavior. Like
Yeah. So
but the
the
behavior is different. Sometimes 10 years, 5 years, like before, and like the use of technology, how can we change the human behavior? Like the behavior is different. Like we are always get instant query, and that 10 years back, we cannot expect that instant messaging, WhatsApp messaging, and any communication and result. So, what is the effect of technology in culture?
So if I get your question correctly, you were asking about how different factors affect or influence the consequence of certain behavior affect the culture or for example, how can you develop trust? What are the factors that develop trust? So so this is for me my research, as I said in the beginning, is more for a review, literature review. So in the future, I think it would be more convincing if we have sufficient data to support our view, okay, instead of the what other people have come out, okay. So sometimes the view can be, you can use Duffy, professional interview or questionnaire uh, to 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 show that it is what is true. See? For example, you can ask people, do you think this, and so we can do that as well in terms of using survey. But I think many there are many variables in the in culture, especially different background. I think experience is very important. Sometimes we have to maybe interview with the expert to find out what is the correct answer. So so if we next time if we develop a mathematical model, it will be better. You can make a sensitivity analysis for different situation. How would that, So that can be like for us in the operation research, background. We like mathematics to show or to prove it is correct. You see. I also don't quite like the survey thing. You say people ask you and then you do statistical analysis. But I think mathematical is most of us who are in the operation research. We want a mathematical proof to show the correlationship between different factors. So that is my simple comment. Thank you for the question.
Yeah, next question I think from Akshika. Akshika has raised hand. So Akshika, you unmute yourself and ask.
Ashika.
Narayan sir is there. Please unmute Akshika.
Till then, ask from Anjali.
Yeah,
Anjali.
Anjali.
कैंडिडेट खुद ही अनम्यूट कर पाएगा, मैं नहीं कर सकता. Try to unmute yourself.
So okay, so problem from her side. So till then, Anjali is there. Anjali has raised hand. Yes, Anjali. Anjali, you may proceed. Ask.
Good afternoon, sir, and good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Afternoon.
My one question is already done by Dharmen sir, or that mathematical modeling. And I want to ask one more thing. Somehow we can add government policy while doing mathematical modeling, because this is the culture and trust-based model. And government policies work better than anything. It's in my consideration.
Yeah, that's very interesting suggestion. Yeah, you can include government policy and all this. Yeah. So that's interesting. So maybe next time we can see some result from this talk. Some modeling will come out. That would be great.